Hello Leo and welcome to my channel White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This Taroscope reading covers the period of the 1st to the 15th of April 2025. In the description box below you'll find the link to your playlist and to your other placements just in case something does not resonate here. Okay Leo, first as you know we're going to be looking at the stars, the placements and the advice, and then we'll be looking at the tarot. I can already anticipate that in general, the first 2 weeks of April are going to be quite calm. Instead, the second half is going to be loaded with action and with love. In fact, I'll give you a little spoiler alert. You will be getting a bonus love reading in the second half of April because there's a special day to be celebrated. Basically, it's the second biggest love day right after Valentine's Day, but it doesn't get very much publicity. And that's all I'm going to be saying about it. In the next Taroscope reading for the 15th to the end of the month, I'll be talking to you about it a little bit more. For the moment, let's take a look at the first 2 weeks of April, which sees the Mercury retrograde finally turning around and going direct on the 7th. So all our plans can finally pick up. In particular for you, Leo, when this happens, because this is going to happen on the 7th, on the 6th, the day before, you can start your long journeys if you wish. Okay, it's not going to influence you. Then on the 7th, when it goes direct, you're going to notice that things are going to move even faster. So if you want to get a head start on a trip, go right ahead. You can. Okay, the other planet which was in retrograde and still is for the majority of this reading, in fact, is Venus. And it's going to be in retrograde until the 12th. On the 12th, it will finally go direct, and on the same day, we will have a full moon in Libra, whose ruling planet is Venus. Okay, now what's this going to mean? Because basically, Libra is going to influence all of us. The challenge that we're going to have with this full moon is to balance out our desire for companionship with our desire for independence, which is not going to be easy. In fact, Libras have a lot of experience doing it, and it's not easy for them either. Okay, but in any case, major decisions regarding relationships should wait until the 12th. So finally, Venus is direct. Okay, another thing that could happen, or that probably will happen, is the fact that with this combination, we're going to be deciding on breakups or makeups, or maybe deepening commitments. Basically, the confidence that was taken away from us a little bit because of the Mercury and Venus retrograde and things that were happening at the beginning of the year, the confidence is going to be coming back. Okay, we're going to be rebalanced with the full moon, which means that we're going to make up our mind to move forward with a lot of things. Okay, now on Venus is also the ruler of finances. So on the 12th, you're going to notice that your finances will also improve. And you're going to recuperate any expenses that maybe you've gone through. But I know you want to talk about love a little bit more. So let's backtrack a little bit on actually Venus as the love planet. If you are single, okay, you will be melting someone's heart by the end of this reading. Okay, right at the end of it after the 12th. Okay. Because, Leo, you have a natural charm that, combined with that confidence that you have and that little confidence that might have been missing, comes back to you. You're going to be attracting a lot of potential partners. However, keep in mind something. The Venus retrograde taught us a lesson, basically to look inside ourselves and not superficially on the outside. So if you decide to use typical strategies that worked in the past, you'll notice that they are no longer effective. The only way, because this was a teaching, this was a lesson that we had to go through, the only way to be successful now in love is to be spontaneous, be open and spontaneous. Okay, so should you fall into, let's say, habitual behaviors, don't be discouraged if you encounter some awkward moment. Just laugh it off and don't take it too seriously. Okay, you'll notice that you're going to have to be a little bit more serious and just simply be yourself. Be open and be yourself. That's the best advice from the stars. Okay, let's take a look at the tarot now to see what messages Spirit has for you to live a better life. Basically, anything that is important for a Leo. Spirit, what can we tell them about these first 2 weeks of April? Something that they should know. Sideways almost. Knight of Pentacles. All the same cards are coming out. Incredible. 78 cards. More or less the same cards are coming out for so many people. Okay. Leo, you are a very hard worker. Okay. I'm feeling this is an energy of either you or someone else coming in, but I'm picking up more you. You're in between working a lot, being a workaholic basically, and just saying, you know what, just forget about it. Okay, just let's go with the flow. Okay, I'm feeling that it's already the energy of the full moon in Libra that you might already be feeling, or the fact that the uncertainty that you had before that took away a little bit of that Leo confidence, that roaring confidence that you want back. But this is something that you're going to have to decide to do, because this lesson this cosmic lesson that the universe gave us is getting us ready. Let's say it's getting us ready for the second half of April, because there's a lot of stuff coming in April. And when that happens, we have to be ready. We have to have that confidence of saying, this is what I want, this is how I am, etc. And here, this card coming out sideways is telling me it's either one way or the other. And Spirit is saying you have to decide. You can't let the tarot or anyone else around you tell you what to do. Go into the, choose your work or choose your relationships. That thing there. You have to decide, because only you are going to be living with those consequences, and you have to be ready for what is coming up at the end of April and so on, and even the months that are coming up later. You're going to have to be ready for it, because tarot helps you out to guide you, but it should never be a crutch that you should lean on or to use to make your steps or have someone else decide for you. Absolutely not. This is like a sneak peek of what could happen, and then you decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the cards on the table because I don't like it. That's how we have to handle life. Okay, Spirit, what else? Anything important for our Leos for the first 2 weeks of April to live a better life? Yes? No? Yes? Yeah, I heard yes. Pull them out. Okay. Okay. 5 of Cups. Stop looking at the past and having those regrets. That's why you're undecided. Because it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, what about the past, etc. Yeah, what about it? Okay. You're feeling let down. You have some sort of sadness or some sort of regret. Okay. But take a look. There's 2 more cups and they're filled. They're completely filled. So Spirit is saying, don't look at that. Look at this. Decide which one, where are you going to stay? Where is it better? Is it better to stay here and cry over this? Or is it better to say, hey, guess what? I have 2 more left over. What can I do with this? How can I use this to my advantage? Let me go forward, right? Okay. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, that's why. The Ace of Wands is in reverse, because you have a little bit of lack of energy. You're hesitant. There's some sort of delay or something. This could be the Mercury retrograde, because we're looking at the first week of April. Okay. So that's why you're so undecided. But you're working on it, and you have good teamwork around you. Okay. Work on it. I'm hearing Spirit say, go and work on it. Work on it a little bit more. Work on it with some friends. Get some help. Some sort of collaboration. If this is really weighing you down and you don't know in which direction to go, okay, sure, ask for help. Okay. I know it's contradictory to what I just said. Ask for help. Work with someone. But remember, in the end, you have to decide. You could ask for help if you're in this situation and it's delayed, etc., and you're blocking yourself. But in the end, you have to decide. 3 of Wands. You're looking forward. Good. I like this. Okay. You're looking forward to things. You're not going to be looking back. That's what you're gonna decide to do. It looks like you're deciding it. Or in any case, at the moment, you're looking forward. And this is beautiful. Okay. This is the confidence that comes back. Once this goes direct, see, this is the first week. Once this goes direct on the 7th, your confidence comes back. And so what are you going to do? Yeah, like it. The Knight of Swords. Okay. The Knight of Swords. Direct, intellectual, focused, and you've got an ambition and you know what you're doing. That I like. Once Mercury goes direct. Good for you. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Love it. I love it. Improvement, healing, your lessons learned. Good for you, Leo. Excellent. Yeah. Well, see, because these two are still in retrograde when this is going on. That's why. Good for you. Blame it on the planets, Leo. Because that's where the blame should go, right? Okay, what else do we have for Leo? I love this spirit, this energy. How about the retrograde? Ending of Venus and the full moon. Right when things really start to pick up, right at the end. Spirit, what can you tell us for Leo at the end of the reading, the second week of April? Ooh, someone's going to be taking a nice leap of faith. Very good. Leo, yeah, you're going to be doing it, right? Excellent. Love this. New beginning. Beautiful. Freedom. Yeah, because you're not going to have that really weighed on you. That's what's going to be happening. Half the deck. No, 3 cards. Okay, I think I can take it. The Hanged One. Okay. You've got the Hangman also coming in. So you're a little bit uncertain. You're going to take the leap of faith, however. You're thinking of taking it. You have a touch of uncertainty. Let's see how this unfolds. Nice. Good. Okay. Stability. You just had a touch of uncertainty because you're going to take that leap of faith. But you've got stability on your side. You know what you're doing. And then we have the Magician in reverse. Why do you have the Magician in reverse? Because you felt that you wasted some of your talent in the past. You have a little bit of regrets. Some sort of reflection of this comes back. Like, what did I do? I wasted my time, etc. But it's just I'm feeling like a touch of it, just that anticipation. But you're going to go for it. You're going to change. You're going to travel. You're going to do something. Good. Very good, Leo. I like this. We got a sneak peek, but this is the part that I like the most. As soon as Mercury goes direct, it's like, yeah, I've gotten my roar back. Okay. And then you're going to take that leap of faith. Very good. Okay, Leo. Now, as you already know, this is going to get even better in the second half of April. So, once you've gotten your roar back, you can only expect that when things happen here right at the end, you're going to go for it. With a little bit of hesitancy, but you're going to go for it. Good for you, Leo. That's the way lines are supposed to be. Okay, Leo, I'll catch you on the next reading. For the moment, thank you for being here, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Bye-bye for now from Angel.